Australia weighs 7.6 million tonnes of food annually. That's an average of 312 kilograms per person. In other words, that's about 450 loaves of bread per person. This might seem odd given the current cost of living challenges, but it makes a little more sense when you realise that Australia's supermarkets make significant profits from food waste. The more food that customers buy, the more profit food retailers make. Whether the food is consumed or wasted is of no concern to the supermarkets. Food retail sales in Australia run at around $160 billion per year, and food retailers make around $10 billion in profit. This gives the average profit margin of 6% for food retail. Australian government studies estimate that wasted food costs households $19.3 billion each year. If we apply the average profit margin of 6% to that $19.3 billion cost of wasted food, then the profit on that wasted food is $1.2 billion. This gives retailers like Coles and Woolworths 1.2 billion reasons to go slow on reducing food waste. One example is labelling. Do you know the difference between a best before date and a use by date? In a nutshell, use by date say when something is no longer safe to consume, while best before labels just indicate that the food will begin to lose some of its quality after that date, but it's still safe to eat. A recent survey by Fight Food Waste Australia found that only 51% of respondents were able to correctly identify what both dates indicate. The result is that a lot of food that is perfectly safe to eat gets wasted. There have been ongoing calls for changes to food labelling in Australia, but unsurprisingly, given the profits that they make, the supermarkets have been reluctant to get on board. It's actually not up to the supermarkets. The change would have to be approved by the regulatory body, Food Standards Australia and New Zealand. But it would make a big difference if the big retailers would publicly state their support for labelling reform.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to keep up to date with all our latest research and work, sign up to our newsletter. Delivered every fortnight, it includes behind-the-scenes updates from Richard Dennis, an exclusive cartoon from Judy Horacek, details for our upcoming events and webinars, as well as explainers, graphs, and not to mention the latest cutting-edge research and analysis from the team here on the key issues that are facing Australia. Click the button on your screen to check it out.